a hot minute since I have done a Flosstube update, hasn't it? I think it's been over a month, maybe almost 6 weeks. No, maybe just a month. Whatever, it's been a while. So welcome back, and if you're new, thanks for clicking and watching for a minute. For those of you that are new, I'm Trisha, and we're gonna talk about my stitching today and probably some other stuff. So first I'm gonna grab a drink of coffee. I just got this new mug at Hobby Lobby a couple days ago. Isn't it cute? I love it. Coffee with some sugar-free Torani syrup and a splash of heavy whipping cream. It is divine. I'm trying to give up my coffee creamer addiction, so this is a good sub. Less sugar. All right, so I wrote some notes. We'll see how that goes. I've got a lot of stuff here, a month worth of stuff. Got a little bit of StitchCon to talk about. Not a lot though, because a lot of people have already said it. StitchCon was awesome. It was amazing. Excuse me. It was nice to meet the people that I got to. I'm sad that I didn't get to meet tons of people. I didn't work the room like I usually. See, this is the thing. Okay. So before StitchCon, I was on a quilting trip as well. It was our midsummer trip. I'd have 3 quilting get-togethers with my friends a year. And this was the summer one, and it was Monday through Thursday. And so I was already on, like, you guys know what I mean, right? When you're on and you're hanging out with your friends and you're having a good time and you're staying up late and you're getting up early and you're doing all the things. And so Thursday, when it was time to go pick up my husband and drive to Cincinnati, like, I was already tired. And then my quilting get together, we had like 12 people. So multiply that by how many, cause math, and there was almost 150 people that you're trying to interact with, and I just couldn't. Like, my brain was already at minimum voltage, and whew, it was something. It was something. It was great. It was fun. I wasn't gonna do this right now, but I might as well. I got to meet Sim Swank, which was fabulous, since we had been talking for quite a while. So I got to meet her in person and hug her, and that was lovely. And I got to meet some lovely local ladies. I just happened to sit down at a table where there were a few locals here to Michigan. I joined our local sampler guild. Like, what? Sure, let me just write you a check. I'll be there in August, because I missed the July one, because I was on vacation. So that was wonderful. It was really nice seeing my retreating OGs, McKenna, Diana, Jen from Delicious Threads I got to see again and hang out with. I got some legit therapy, I think, for about 10 minutes from Mrs. Venzel. Thank you for that. I felt really good after I sat next to her, so I'm excited to see her again. Top Knot Stitcher. Congrats on your new job, girl. I know it's not really new anymore, but that was really exciting. I got some Arlene hugs. I got to meet Pam and stuff. I got a ride to Keepsakes from Nicole Buckeye Stitcher and got to hear her boyfriend heckle us. That was awesome. Seriously, he's the best heckler ever. I mean, I bought a bunch of candy at Target. Leaf and I offered Michelle Bendy a ride back to Ann Arbor, but then she didn't end up needing it. So that would have been really fun, but it didn't happen, but that's okay. I'm forgetting people and I'm really sorry. It was great. It was great spending time with the people I got to spend time with. Pam, Steph, Barb from Keepsakes, Sue Hillis, all of those that were involved in StitchCon 2018. Kudos. It was a lot of work. I know it was a lot of work. So you guys did fabulous. And I did some damage. I did go to Keepsakes twice. I did shop the trunk shows. So you're gonna see a lot of haul. I don't even know if it's all of it. Like, I just gathered up all the stuff that had been piled up. You know, you're gonna see what you're gonna see, and you're not gonna know the difference and I probably won't know the difference either, which makes it even worse. So we're gonna move right along. Okay, so I have a few finishes. Ooh, sorry about that. When I came home from StitchCon, and my timeline is gonna be all over the place, but again, you're probably not gonna know that. When I came home from StitchCon, I decided that I wanted to stitch. So the 3 retreats that I have been on have all had stitchable logos, if you will. And so I was like, I really want to stitch this. So I did. I'm forgetting some things. That's okay. I'm gonna have to run with it. And I finished. So I picked out a piece of red 22 count hardanger from my stash that I've had in my stash since forever. This is Carrie's Creation Elephant Gray. I stitched with 1 strand over 1, obviously. And then I put in my own little needle. This is a John James Batik, because I really don't care for those a whole lot. Yeah, my back stitching is horrible. That design really was probably meant to be for, it would have gone easier with linen or even weave, but I just pierced threads and went to town. So StitchCon 2018, here you go. I'm probably gonna put it in a little pillow because it's long, so framing it might be weird. Done. Loved it. So thank you. Sue Hillis, I believe, designed this. Yes. So thank you, Sue, for a wonderful design. I loved it. I love stitching it. I think it took me just like a few days because I was determined. And then after that, well, I'm not going to show that yet. I finished while I was on vacation. So I just got back from vacation a week or so ago. We went to the UP with my cousin and her family. It's our yearly family vacation. We spent a week in Manistee, Michigan, at a beach house that we rented right like steps from Lake Michigan. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw some of my pictures. The internet and cell service at that house is abysmal. I tried to upload a video to my stories the day that we got there, and it didn't actually upload until the following day when we went down the road into town. It would take like an hour to upload a picture. It was kind of crazy. But anyway, so I worked on some of my Lizzie Kate sled ornaments, and then when we came home, I just finished them. So I'm going to show them to you. These are ones, I know these are ones that I finished recently because I haven't cut them out yet. So here's this little guy. I wish I had something to actually put behind them, but I don't, so they might be blurry. So the little penguin, this little Santa, this charm is goofy. I didn't have a beading needle with me, so I did all my beading and charms when I got home. This is a fireplace. And this is some holly. And this is a cute little elf guy. And no Christmas is complete without a nutcracker. And Gingy and a, I don't know how to do it. Gingy and a Christmas tree. So I only have one more to stitch, and that's because I gave one away as a gift. It's my favorite one too. But that's okay, because I still have the patterns and I still have floss, and I actually have one more of those sheets of perforated paper cut, so it'll be really easy to finish up. I just need to do it, and then all of those will be done. So that's super fun, right? So those were all of my finishes. Then I started things, and I'm sure that I'm gonna do these out of order. Well, let's go with the stuff that I did at StitchCon first. No, nobody stitches. I mean, some people do, but I didn't. Not very much. I just couldn't. I worked a little bit more on Cross Stitch Nation, but I was having a really hard time seeing the holes, even with my cheaters on. Like, the lighting wasn't the best, and I had my lamp and I still just couldn't see. I'm looking for the picture of the pattern. Excuse me while I pull all of the things but the picture of the pattern. So I was working on Heartstring Samplers Cross Stitch Nation. This was a Mania Star, and I only did one flower, and at StitchCon I worked on a couple more things. I think that needle minder was from Jenna Delicious Threads, just so you know. So I did that, and I did have a new start at StitchCon, which I will show you. Lucy's still just chilling. I got this beautiful bag. Oh, I want some Holly stuff. Hold on here. I have things tucked everywhere because I'm a mess. So, oh yeah. So see, my haul is just gonna be sprinkled in. So I got this beautiful project bag from Jill Simswank on Instagram, because yeah. Is this the same spooky chicken fabric that I got from Emily? If not, they're like sister fabrics. Anyway, I love it, so thank you. And then she gave to me, because she's wonderful, this beautiful piece of Blackbird Designs sampler fabric. It's out of print. I love it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I kind of feel like, actually, I would have to make sure, because it kind of duplicates, sort of. I don't know what I think I might make a wall hanging out of part of it. Maybe a project bag out of the other part. But I love it. It was my, she said, my belated birthday present, I think. Maybe I made that up. I don't know. And then she gave me this very lovely, why do I have all these papers? Adam and Eve chart. We were, this came from the attic, I'm pretty sure. Yes. And she and I attend virtually McKenna's sales on Facebook, her live sales. And we were both going after this one. And then I guess she got it for me, or she decided to give it to me because she felt bad. I don't know. It's a nursing home project. We're both going to work on it together. So I love this. This, of course, screams for a hank of Silks for You silk. Of course it does. And then back to what I was saying. Diana and I started this on Pins and Needles Without Coffee. She got a lot of hers done. Myself, not so much. I need to be careful what I'm throwing away because I've got like freebie charts mixed in with things and who knows. So anyway, I don't like mine at all. I was trying to stitch in hand. I don't like anything about it. But here's my start. I have a Gentle Art Dark Chocolate, Gentle Art Roasted Marshmallow. You even see that? And then I changed my mind, and I picked up some Color and Cotton Roanoke. And I think that's what I was doing the fill-in for, but I'm not really sure. And then I just really, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the, I like it. I like the design. I like the colors. It's a 32 count linen that I got in my Stitchy box, coffee box. And I just am not a fan. I really am having trouble with the way that's blowing out. So, I don't know what I'm gonna end up doing with that. If I'm gonna restart it. I don't know. All I know is that it makes me angry to look at. So I haven't touched that since I got home. This isn't gonna work. I'll just put this away later. Okay, so I started after the StitchCon thing. Sorry, I had to go find it, and then my phone rang. You know how that goes. My phone rings every time, but I'm editing that out. So I'm really distressed by the way this is blowing out. I started the logo for the Flosstube New Jersey retreat, and I got all of the middle done. I used a DMC something that matched one of the colors in that variegated silk, and I don't know what the silk is called because I think I've already gotten rid of the label, but this was a skein of silk from Ingeborg's LNS in the Netherlands, and I love the autumn colors. So that's what I'm using for, that's what I used for this piece, and that's what I'll be using for the border. And here's just a little example of that border. So it's going to be pretty. I finished out all of that. You can see it. You can see it right there. That's what it's gonna look like. So that was really fun. One strand, and this is a 36 count Country Mocha that we got from Needleworks Delight in our grab bag. So I started that. And then I will soon be starting the logo for the original Flosstube retreat in Texas. Is that not, that was in Austin, yes. Blimey Cat, Brittany, thank you, just put that all together and posted it in our group. So I will be doing that too, because I want to have, if I go to a retreat and there is a chart that's like our logo, I want to stitch that because memories. I've had a couple other starts. Oh goodness. Okay, this is a Momily bag that I purchased right before retreat, I think. I got it while I was gone. And inside of it is a start that I made just a couple days before we left for vacation. I bought this at Keepsakes. I've been wanting it for a while. I saw it online somewhere several years ago and just never purchased it. And I thought, well, this is the perfect time. So Barnwood Buttons by Rosewood Manor. They had a shop model behind the register and it reminded me, I want that. So there you go. I'm sorry, there's a bird on the tree outside. And it looked like I think it's probably a woodpecker. I don't know, I've never seen a woodpecker, but that's what I think it is. So anyway, so I am going to be using Classic Colorworks Bamboo instead of the, I think it calls for Weeks Dye Works linen. Yes, Weeks Dye Works, 5 skeins of linen. I was not going to buy any floss. No, I'm just not going to. So I have several skeins of bamboo that I over-ordered for Farmhouse Christmas. So if anybody's running out of bamboo, hit me up. And of course it just looks like white with this terrible lighting. It's ridiculous lighting. It's a little whiter than linen, but I think it's gonna be okay. I did purchase the buttons. So those are like a creamy color. But I think it'll be okay. And I am stitching it on one of Ship's Manor Prim fabrics. It was the August Prim color. So it must not have a name. It must just be called August August Prim. And it's a very long piece. And this is as far as I've gotten. It's probably the darkest fabric that I've stitched on, other than Black Ada. I mean, that I guess is the darkest. But this is a 32 count linen. It really is beautiful. Showing up a little lighter than it actually is in person, but it's gorgeous. I'm excited to get back to this. I was really excited to start it and then disappointed that I had to actually leave. Oh yes, which reminds me, okay, so I am stitching this. I don't have the information, but I'm gonna go get it. Other stitchers have talked about this too. I know that Priscilla and Chelsea received these needles. I know that Danielle Stitcherista, I think she received them, I'm pretty sure. So while I was at StitchCon and my quilt retreat, mail came in, right? And I received this envelope from, I don't know her name now because because I put the stuff somewhere, but I was using it. Polka Dot Cottage, I think is her name on Etsy, and I swear on all that is holy, I will put the stuff in my blog and link my blog below. I will do that. I will get better. I am not publishing this video until that blog is done. So you will find all of her information in the blog, but she sells these ballpoint needles. Can you see? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to focus because it's just my iPad, but it's got a little ball point there. Do you see that right there? She sent 2 sizes, which I'm understanding the sizes are the length of the needle, not like the diameter of the needle. So I have 2 of them. I don't know where the other one is, obviously, right now, but I need to find it. I used this needle for this project all the way through, so 22 count Hardanger. I used it for the Flosstube Retreat New Jersey project, so 36 count linen, and this is a 32 count linen that I'm using it with. I really like it. Like, I don't know that I'd be willing to give up my Bowens because those really are my favorite, but I was surprised. I saw these and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like that. That looks weird. I like it. So if you're interested in trying out a different needle, I have zero information on pricing. I want to say she's in Canada, but I will put her store info in my show notes blog. I swear, I promise, because they're pretty cool. And now I'm really wondering what I did with that other one. And I'm sorry that I don't have the information, but I don't want to not mention it because then I'll just forget forever, and that would be rude, right? So thank you for sending those to me. I really appreciate it. I've enjoyed using this needle, and I really want to pick up this project again soon, so that'll be a good excuse to use it more, right? Thank you. Go check her out, whoever her is. I'm the worst at this. Oh my God. Just, I need to catch up so I'm not so ridiculous. Okay, I think those are all of my starts, except for this most recent one. So maybe 5, 6, 7 days ago, I started Coffin Buzz. I think I just spit. Did you see that? I'm so excited. I have been wanting to stitch this since I saw it on Primitive Stitcher, Suzette's Flosstube. She actually did a dyeing tutorial. It was with this, right? And then she gave away a couple pieces, like a piece of Ada and maybe a piece of linen that she had coffee dyed or walnut shell dyed. I don't know. Go check her videos out because she is way better at for science than I am. But this, she was stitching, and I love it. It's a freebie from Plum Street Samplers. You can find it on Plum Street Samplers blog. I will also link that. It's called Coffin Buzz, and don't ask me all the things that it says because I'm actually stitching it from my iPad, and my iPad is currently recording my face. So here lies my sleeping body, as lifeless as can be, and then I know it says if thou shouldest, and I think it's bring me coffee, something about I spring to life with glee. So it's super cute. And I am stitching this on a 32 count Belfast linen in stone gray by Zweigart. I got this at Needleworkers Delight when I was there for the retreat in New Jersey. I love this linen. This is an amazing linen. It's got some body. It's like thicker. I don't think that this is, what is that fancy linen that Emily always wants to stitch on? Wexford. I don't think it's a Wexford linen. It doesn't say that it is, though I did buy some of that, so I guess I could go feel it up, but not right now. So I started this for Tracy P's 2018 birthday stitch along. It's obviously very early because her birthday is at the end of October. Maybe I'll have it done by then. And I am using the Gentle Art Brick Path, which is beautiful. Also, I ordered twice for my nest egg, so I have a crap ton of it. If anybody is interested in this, hit a girl up. I've got some Brick Path. I love the choice. I was a little worried. I had a vision of what I wanted it to look like, and it turned out completely what I wanted it to look like. So that's what I've been working on the last few days, and I love it. Have I ever showed this bag? This was a bag from Diana that she gave me in New Jersey, which I love. I have a lot of project bags, and I have a few of these ones now, and I love these because these file nicely the way I have my whips. I really need to utilize these bags. Did I ever show you this one? This one is from a swap. I don't even remember what the swap was, but it was made for me. It's where I got my coffee mug too. Oh, you've seen it because I opened it during one of my vlogs. I still love this too. I need to use all my bags because I love those. Let me look at my notes because I think we're at the haul version of it. Okay. I know. I'm gonna insert some pictures of the other thing that I finished that I haven't had a chance to show you. So I'm part of the Quaker Mail Art. It's Stitchers of Mail Art on Facebook. If anybody's interested, leave me a comment and I will add you. And we do mail art swaps. Partnered up with somebody. They're usually around a central theme, and mail them out. So it's I think that it was a Quaker Mail Art swap, and I think that the admin of the group said that it was one of the busier swaps that we've had in a while, so that's pretty awesome. I did not take pictures. I forgot. I finished it and then I FFO'd it before I left for vacation, and I know that I worked on it. I know I FFO'd it during my quilt retreat. I don't know, weird, but I forgot to take pictures of it. So I'm going to insert a few pictures here. I really like it. The recipient said that she really liked it, and I just, tucked a card in there and a few skeins of floss and sent it. So if anybody's interested in swapping mail art, let me know. Let me know. I think we're gonna kind of go into haul now. Why don't we do that? So while I was at StitchCon, and I'm not going to go through our swag bag because so many people have already done that, but there were some freebies available just for StitchCon. So this Happy 4th of July by Julie McConnell, who I didn't get to meet, and anybody who met her or sat next to her said she's phenomenal, and I missed out, so hopefully I get to meet Julie some other day. But this is super cute, and I can't wait to stitch it. And then there was a Stone Street Stitchworks fireworks on the 4th, and that's beautiful, and I can't wait to stitch it. I love it. It looks like it's just charted. Yeah, charted with DMC. I love it. Beautiful. So I did get those. Those were obviously free. I'm trying to go in somewhat order of where I got things. It's probably just not going to happen. I did buy this punch needle and primitive stitcher. I love this magazine. I really need to pick this up again. I had the digital version. For those of you that are maybe out of the States and don't want the print version, they do have a digital version. pnpsmagazine.com. Worth it. There was some good stuff in here, and I'm pretty sure I bought it mostly because Barb from Keepsakes was talking it up, because who's in here? There was like, I feel like it was, maybe this wasn't it. Maybe it was Vanna was going to be in the next one. I feel like Vanna's in here somewhere. I don't know for sure. I guess it doesn't matter right now. It's an amazing magazine. Get you some. From the freebie table, I found Elizabeth's Designs Beehive. Cute. And if you look in that beehive, those are satin stitches, I think. Satin stitches and leaf stitches. Cute. This Lizzie Kate, Bless All That Grows. Adorable. And then the Work Basket Pithies, which I know that I bought a couple of these from McKenna, from her attic Facebook sale, but there are some more. So, be not weary in well-doing, and brethren, the time is short. Kind of depressing, aren't they? I love them. So I found those on the freebie table. And then McKenna brought me, oh, I got this one too, Letters from Nora R, because my last name. This was on the front table for Michelle Bendy's Alzheimer's charity. I threw some cash in the pot and took this one, because I really wanted to do one of these, and my last name seems all right, I guess. So I got that, I'm excited. And then McKenna she checked me out at the attic and brought my charts, which was, I was gonna ask her to, and I thought, no, she's flying from Arizona and she doesn't want to carry my crap, but apparently she did. So thanks, McKenna. That's the receipt. Nobody needs to see that. Plum Street Samplers, a Handworks Pace. So not only am I slightly enamored with Adam and Eve, which this is not, but I mean, I could make one of those, Adam. But I really like all sorts of stitching themed charts right now. Crazy. So, Handworks Pace, Plum Street Samplers. I'm betting it's older, but I don't know, because I'm not going to open it up. I don't see a date on here though, but it looks to be a little bit older. So I'm excited about that. Silver Creek Samplers. It's an Adam and Eve chart. Fruit to Die For. Fruit to, TWO, Die For. 'Twas within Eden, amid the leaves, the serpent waited to deceive. Because we always blame the snake, don't we? So, they're funny. I like those guys. And Merry December. Thanks, Linda Jo, for this. So, early on, Linda Jo from Southern, Simply Southern. Oh my God, I can't remember her channel name. Pretty Southern, that's it. She was stitching these, and I had to run out and get them all. And I want to say that these are, they're not easy to find, let me tell you. So I think I have 10 out of the 12 now. This was one that I didn't have. I really need to go make stock. You know, someday I'll have all my charts in order, and then I'll be able to figure it out, but not yet. So those were from McKenna. I picked these off, and I'm not gonna show them, but I picked these off the freebies table. There were like boxes and boxes of magazines. And so Angela Meyer, Angie, she Flosstubes. I don't think I've ever seen but one of her videos like early on, and then, you know, it just kind of dropped off my radar, and then I felt like a big idiot because I sat next to her during StitchCon. She had this idea to grab some magazines, take them up to her hotel room and browse through them, you know, during some downtime and see if there's anything that she liked. And she did that the first night, and lo and behold, she came back with the knee-high by 4th of July pattern that was for sale at the trunk show. She found it in the magazine, and I was like, that's an amazing idea. I'm gonna start doing that. So for the couple nights, I was grabbing old cross stitch sampler. Look at this, August 95, guys. Look at this, 1986, just cross stitch ornaments. So I was grabbing these, and I ended up going through, I didn't go through them all, but I went through quite a few, and I found some really amazing charts, like samplers. I wish I could just find like one. We're gonna do that. We're just gonna find one. I'm pretty sure. I think it was this, there was this sampler. And like the features, the articles, in praise of neat backs. Get out of here with that nonsense. We don't worry about neat backs, do we? No, we worry about stitching and making ourselves happy. I really want to find that sampler. And these are all the ads. That's not it, but it's really pretty. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna go through these again, and I'm gonna like read the articles because I think they're funny. And like, here's Take a Ride on the Cross Stitch Railroad. How to railroad your stitches. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Fruit sampler. Who is it by? I don't know. It's got Lazy Daisies in it. Oh, that's not part of it. Turn your page. By Lorna Reeves. Pretty is that? Look at those colors. June 1996. Gorgeous. So, I'm probably, did I say this? I'm just gonna go through them again, read the articles, and rip out the designs that I would like to stitch. And then probably chuck the rest, because I can't have a stack like that in my life. Okay, some other stuff. I feel like somebody sent me a picture of this or a link of this, and I was like, yeah, I need to go get that. So Pineberry Lane, Mrs. McGuire's hen house, sorry. Super cute. And then of course I had to keep going with it. Mrs. McGuire's garden. And Mrs. McGuire's bee charmer. Adorable. Adorable. And all of them appear to be charted with DMC, which means it's cheaper. It's a beautiful thing. Other things that I got my cross stitch app with the green toilet, which I haven't looked through a whole lot. I feel like somebody I know did somebody I know stitch the green toilet as like the model? Did somebody do that? Am I just making that up? Who knows? I feel like I heard that somewhere. No big deal here. No big deal. Just Lady of the Flag. No big deal. So I was fortunate enough that day, my last video was Miramania Day, right? I was fortunate enough to have my order fulfilled by Witchell. And so I left for my quilting retreat on Monday, and I got my shipping notice on Tuesday, and I was stoked. And it was right around that time that I started realizing that a lot of other shops didn't have theirs fulfilled. So I felt very fortunate. They're all gone now. They're all gone. When I came back from StitchCon, I sat down literally Sunday night and put up forms for people to put their name in a drawing to get these. And then I drew that my form was only up for 24 hours, and then I drew, and everybody got their stuff, and everything's happy. But I kept one Lady of the Flag and the bead pack because I really wanted it. And then as I was sorting through my charts, I was pulling them apart, and Butterfly Fairy, the sticker had come, like it had bent and stuck to another envelope. And so when I pulled it apart, it ripped, and I almost cried. And I was like, oh no, nobody's gonna want it because the envelope's ripped. In hindsight, now I realize that I could have just switched envelopes with Lady of the Flag and kept the ripped one for myself because I don't care. But I looked at her and I was like, I like her, so I kept her. I like butterflies, and she really is pretty. So I have those and bead packs. What else do I have going on down here? I've got a lot going on here. Those are bead packs. Oh! Bam! Here it is. Polka dot stitchery. Ballpoint needles. There it is. A 40 millimeter and a 37 millimeter. I used the 37. This is how she sent them to me. Her name is Katie. Katie at Polka Dot Stitchery. She's on Facebook, not on Etsy. I'm glad that I found this because I was just all sorts of wrong information. So go check her out. I'll still link it below. I will still link it below. Ballpoint needles. Okay. I purchased this 28 count Caribbean Seas Jobelin from Sunny Dye Fabrics. This was part of a Jessie Marie D-stash on Instagram. I saw this and thought, yep, I need, oh, look at those colors. Ah, yes. I don't know what I'm gonna put on her. Maybe Butterfly Fairy. Maybe Lady of the Flag, who knows? No, I'm gonna put Lady of the Flag on this. What else do I have in here? Okay. Yep, these are bead packs for, so I have a couple bead packs available for the Queen Mermaid and Seaside Kingdom. I don't know why those are in my haul because I didn't keep those patterns. Oops, gotta list those. Okay, so this is Coffee Stitcher's fault for sure. He is working on this right now. Shepherd's Bush, what's it called? All Is Well. So I bought the pattern, and then I couldn't quite locate those. See the sheep and the fence on there? Those are buttons. And I couldn't locate those readily, so I had to do a little bit of searching. Hi, kitty. Please be careful. Kitty's getting old. Oof. Okay. Hi, but you can't be here. Anyway, so I found the chart, and then I had to kind of go on a hunt for the buttons, and I found them for like, I don't know, $5, $4.40. I think it says $4.40, but I'm pretty sure they charged me $4.50, which I don't care, for these little adorable buttons from the Bee Company, and I think they're French. Yes, they are from France. So I got those, and I found mine at Black Cat Stitchery. they have an online presence, blackcatstitchery.com, and they shipped them like the same day, which was pretty amazing. And then, you know, I couldn't just buy some buttons. They had a clearance section. They sent me a pen. That's awesome. They had a clearance section, and so I purchased Rosewood Manor's crabapple tree. So it's 4 seasons of the crabapple trees, which I think is beautiful. And these are the buttons. That is my receipt that everyone needs to see. And I also purchased this Elizabeth's Needlework Designs, needle and thread, because like I said, and this is actually a kit. It comes in a box, and it comes with the chart, and the linen, and NPI silks. Pretty sure those are NPI. From Elizabeth's Designs. Yep, needlepoint silk, or NPS is it, I think it's called now. So I got those things. And oh, I see some other stuff in here. Those are some needles that I don't like. That's an embellishment pack. This, did I get this from Black Cat Stitchery too? The drawn thread, I did. I must have purchased this from the clearance section too. The little bird sampler. And something better back. How pretty. Love. Love, love. Love, love, love. So I got those things that, you know, I'm gonna start stitching today. And then I want to show my Quaker mail art. I didn't cover up addresses, so I need to. This is what I got from Jen Upton. She did like a tropical Quaker theme. Getting a little closer. And I think that she used all color and cotton threads. I know she sent me a couple. So that is the front. This is there. That's my name. So you can see the font. There's where we live. But that's all you can see. And then this is the back. Isn't it gorgeous? She did a really good job. I think this is her first envelope. I did receive this quite a while ago, but this is the first time I remembered to show it. And she did include some goodies. She included this face mask, which I need to get on. And she included a couple of the colors that she used. These are Color and Cotton Elf and Flamingo. I'm sure you can figure out which is which. They're beautiful. And some finishing rickrack, which I am very excited about. If only I FFO'd things, guys. So I know I've already thanked you, but thank you. There were also a couple chocolate bars in here, or maybe there was just one chocolate bar. I don't remember. But that's long gone. What I found a whole new bag of StitchCon related haul. It's haul heavy. Ow! There's something sharp in there. Probably not though. Okay. Speaking of Color and Cotton was part of the trunk show, and other than that floss, I don't get Color and Cotton. I've never bought any of it, but I did buy some. I thought I bought 4 skeins, but all I can locate are 3. So this right here is her limited edition. It'd be cooler if I had something to put this on, right? Here, let's use this. There we go. So this was her limited edition, and I grabbed one of those, and then I tried to find a couple skeins that matched it. So that's what I did. I think I was looking for a green and I couldn't find one, but I did get those, or I'm gonna find it in this bag in a minute. So there's that. Under the Sea Fabrics was part of the trunk show. Oh look, there's a green. Damn. Oh, there's two. Two more. Let me try this again. So you can get the full effect. Yeah? Just nobody look up right now. Got cat fur in them. Ugh, kitty, your fur is everywhere. Just ignore the cat fur. She can do whatever she wants. She's not feeling all that great. There we go. Look at those colors. All to go with that variegated. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. So I was gonna say what they were. Evergreen, Antique Rose, Clay Pot, Plum Violet, and then Limited Edition. Gorgeous. So thank you for that. Okay. I got this at Keepsakes. Adam and Eve. What's it called? Paradise Lost by Ellen Chester. Plum Street Samplers has a Paradise Lost too that I have started. Need to get back at that. So I bought that. This is A&E by Brenda Gervais. I bought that at Keepsakes. This La Di Da Rudolph. This was a finish that was upstairs and I loved it. And so I had to get that. And I have to get a drink. This is a long one, guys. Thanks for sticking with me. It's a long one and I'm just kind of crazy. So this, I got some Ancient from Keepsakes. Look at that. Oh my gosh. They just had, oh, they pinned it. Oh, well. They just had this big bin of fabric that I just pawed through. So Ancient, this, I got some pins. That must be what poked me. I don't even remember getting those. But they're cute because they're coffee and tea flavored. And look at that, it's like a little biscuit. Cute. This, I think this is Velt. It sounds like something that I would get, and they didn't, I don't see the mark on it, but, oh, there it is. You know what, I don't need this. Let me just put that tag there. He called it a short quarter, but I love Velt, so I got some more of it. It wasn't exactly a fat quarter. It was a little skinny. This is this is Dryad from Under the Sea Fabrics. It's a fat half because I got lazy. I didn't want to cut it. So I'm just like, I'll just pay for the whole thing. Some of them I did actually cut though, but this one I didn't. It's beautiful. Dryad, Joblin. Gorgeous color. I love it. Love it. 32 Joblin, yep. Okay, and I also purchased, this I think is one that I cut. Heaven's Fury 28 count Jaslyn. So Jen Upton, what about this for the hummingbird, huh? Because I'm gonna have to go start it. Jen Stitches. I think her Flosstube is just Jennifer Upton though. She's working on the Blackwork hummingbird that was featured in a cross stitch magazine a few years ago, and it's beautiful and I feel like I need to stitch it. Somebody please tell me I don't need to start anything else, because I don't. 28 count Joblin in Black Magic. Ooh, I don't even know what I put on it, but it's beautiful. I considered for a moment, and I think I just couldn't find this fabric at the time, but I considered, look, here's my bendy modeling. I considered putting barnwood buttons on this, but it was a little too bright for the aesthetic that I wanted, but it's so pretty. And I think the last of the fabric is 28 count Jovelin and Hamlet. You know, say what you will about my head blowing out there, but now that the sun has moved, but these colors, you can really see them where I'm sitting. Beautiful. So she got some of my money. I purchased this Meridian Designs Pretty Peacock Teeny Weeny Bikini. Okay, so I saw the model stitched and it's gorgeous, and it wasn't until after I purchased the pattern that I realized it was a bikini. Didn't even know. But I like it. And it came with a little crystal. This came in our swag bag from Sarah Henry. I don't live in Ohio. I should send this to somebody that lives in Ohio. It's beautiful. And then go find out how to get one for Michigan. And I bought this little keychain thing that I just need to stick to my keys because I'm not going to use it for a thread keeper. It's too tiny. Ohio State Park. I purchased this from La Di Da at the trunk show. The model stitches were so cute, so I got that. That might have been it for StitchCon stuff. Please tell me I didn't buy anything else at StitchCon. I bought this at StitchCon. This is 28 count opal linen and dappled hollow. Looks like love it. Oh my gosh. I can't. Leslie, it's a wizard when it comes to color. Okay, then, because if I hadn't gotten enough at StitchCon, oh wait, I don't know why I have two of these. I bet you I bought one of these as a gift and don't know for why. Good Intentions by Kathy Barrick. I did buy that, and I have some vintage spools, so I'd almost want to do a finish. I think McKenna did this, and she used some vintage spools of thread and like a vintage thing that you measure with, a tape measure. So I got two of those. Maybe I'm gonna stitch it twice. Okay, and look, I need this too. I have a pair of scissors this needs to go on. So back in, taking it way back to Austin, no, New Jersey, some wonderful person made scissors fobs for all of us. And this is the one that I ended up with. And I've never shown it because it's always been at the bottom of my haul bag. But I'm getting it out now because I love it and I want to use it. And look at that little spool. Yay. So if you're watching and you made this, I'm sorry it took me this long to thank you. I love it. It's beautiful. Okay, we're at the last bit here. It's another receipt. At some point, oh my God, I have so much stuff to take care of. At some point, Garrett sent me a message, Coffee Stitcher, and he's like, hey, look at this needle minder. And it was this one. This is from Mad for Minders on Etsy. And I was like, oh, that's really cute. I feel like I need that. And then, as it goes, can't just buy one needle minder. So I bought a few. Uh-oh. There we go. I'm trying to get it so that you can see. Just really bad at this. Okay. Here we go. And I'll link stuff. I just need to stop messing with it. So here we go. Mr. Rogers, I got Willy Wonka surrounded by his Oompa Loompas, the Harry Potter cat on the broom, and then the butterfly was a freebie. So thank you for that. I will link it below. Not below, I will link it in my blog, my show notes. So that was fun. And I feel like there's one, this is one that I got this is worth showing. This is one that I got also and put it on this project. And dropping stuff all over. So yeah, those I got. Oh dear, what is happening here? Just like those on the floor. Also, Jennifer's fault. She just finished these Bent Creek snappers. And they all go in a row. So green, yellow, I love yellow. I love sunflowers. Purple or blue peacock. There's violet, squirrel, red, oh no, orange. Here's red, red. Okay, so I don't quite understand the point, because, so you stitch all these together. Let me find the one that has them all together. So maybe you can work this out with me. I'm gonna open it up. And if you stitch this, I mean, I could easily just message Jen and be like, I don't get it. So they're called snappers, and each of the charts come with a button and a snap, you see? And here is what the whole thing will look like if you stitch it together. And, okay, so you're with me, right? Snappers, they come with snaps. But what are those snaps for? Because if you look at the front, the button is there, there's one button, and then there's a snap just by itself. You see that by the flowers? And then you can buy the whole border and it makes it all go together. And there's a bunch more button placement. There's a bunch more snaps that you put on. Because see, it comes with all these buttons and snaps for what I'm assuming is the border. Like, what are the snaps for? Somebody tell me. What? I have to open this. Why? Why are there snaps? Like, what? Doesn't really say here. Let me open up one of the little things and maybe it'll tell us, because it's like a mystery now. Like, why are there just snaps on this project not holding something? World of Color Snapper Series. And you put the snap there and it just doesn't say. It just doesn't say why we're doing that. Like, why? I guess there are some things in life you just don't get an answer to, right? You just don't get that answer. I struggle with that. It's not a very good answer because it's a non-answer. Anyway, so I got all of those. That's Jen's fault. And I picked up this Homespun Elegant Sampler flag because I don't know why. And I picked up Heart and Hand Ye Old Crow Sampler because I don't know why either. Well, I know why, because they're both adorable and I want to stitch them. I think that's it. Does anybody want to come over and help me organize my stash? Oh, that's not it. Here's the last thing that I did. So Emily C, Eclectic Possessions, and Tracy P are stitching this. Barbara Anna Designs, Black Cat Hollow, Part 1. It's a 3-part series. See it? I'll show you that. I'm not taking it out right now. Sorry, glare. 3 parts. And Tracy came up with the idea of Murky, and Emily loves Murky, and I was like, I need that, so I guess I need to buy Murky. So when I was thinking of murky, I'm thinking about when I did the out of print primitive needle chart, you know, with the cat and letters, and I used the HDF silk, and I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, it doesn't matter. And I got a piece of 40 count murky from Jill, and the murky was like a black and gray. So I was figuring, oh, black and gray, okay. My murky's not black and gray. Maybe it just dyed weird on a 40 count, but this is my murky. It is like this, I told Tracy, it was like a doo-doo brown and black and gray, which is fine. It just wasn't what I was expecting. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. It's spooky though. That'll do something. Look at it. It's so dark. So that'll be interesting. 32 count. I got it at Picture This, or not Picture This Plus. It is Picture This Plus. I picked it up at 123 Stitch. Black Cat Hollow Part 1. So that needs to be started pretty soon. No, it doesn't. It does not need to be started. Okay, I'm just gonna have to stop this. I think I've run out of stuff to show. I've got everything everywhere, and it's starting to stress me out. It's like KonMariing the last month of my life. And my coffee's cold. So I really don't have many plans, just to try to stitch as much as I can. I've been really busy with 3 Owl Threads, which is amazing. Seriously, I credit that all to you guys. I have made the joke that literally my customers and my stitchy friends seem to mold my business plan. Hey, have you ever thought about selling this? And I'll say, no, let me look into that. Like, that's my standard line. No, let me look into that. And then all of a sudden I've got something new. So I cannot thank all of you enough for supporting my small business, because you're really what's making it. You really are. You're what's making it. You're what's making it fun. You're what's making me relevant with what I sell. And it's keeping me busy. And my husband just keeps waiting for the word where he can retire and sort floss all day long. That's his life goal right now. So I cannot express to you enough how grateful I am. And so yeah, so like today I have to mail out Farmhouse Christmas and Welcome to the Forest. And then I have to invoice for nest eggs a few days after that. And then like a day or two after that, I have to order flosses. And then maybe a day after that, Songbird Series comes in and I'll have to mail those out. And then by that time, some floss will come in and I'll be sorting floss. And it's just like, it just keeps going, and I love it. I love it. So I'm super excited to be continuing to do that stuff. I really have started to get the itch of making some project bags again. So stick with me. For those of you that came early on to my Facebook group for my project bags, my Peekaboo project bags, I need to get a batch out to you. I do, because I miss making them. So that's gonna happen. And other than that, I'm just gonna cuddle my kitty. My kitty got some bad news before vacation. She had this bump on her back that kind of grew out of nowhere, like on her spine. It's gross. And I was like, what the heck is that? And I took her to the vet and they removed it. They didn't really know what it was. It didn't seem to have any of the, there she is. Hi, Kiki. It didn't have any of the normal looks of, you know, like a fatty tumor or something fluid filled, like an oil filled, whatever. So they sent it for pathology and it came back cancer. She has a weird cancer of the sweat glands. I don't know. Never heard of such a thing. They said they don't see it very often. So, Yeah, they said though that the margin looks really, it looked really tiny, so the scooper that they used to scoop it out of her, they said they felt pretty good, that they probably got it all, at least from that spot, and we're just gonna keep an eye on her. But you know, she's 16, she's getting old. So I just cuddle her as much as I can and let her shed all over my stuff. I don't even care. I don't even care, do I, kitty? And it's about time for your tuna treat. She's losing weight too. But part of it, I think, is because she doesn't have any teeth. You're such an old girl. Oh my God. Okay, I could go on and on, but I'm not gonna. So, thanks for joining me for this really super long update. Thanks for hanging in. I'm gonna do my best once summer is done and everybody is back to their new schedules, which are all changing from last year. I'm gonna see what I can do. I make no promises. There's no promising anything. So until next time, guys, stay stitchy, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.